On May 22nd, YouTube announced the biggest update ever. And what this update did is that it made YouTube fair for everybody. Going forward, subscribers don't matter. The history of your YouTube channel doesn't matter. And the age of your YouTube channel no longer matters. So, if you've been thinking of starting a YouTube channel, it's time to stop being a pussy. It's now or never, bro. I mean, your odds have never been better than they are today. And again, it's all thanks to this update. So in this video, I'm gonna tell you what these updates were and how you as a small YouTuber or a beginner can take full advantage of it. But first, if you don't know who I am, my name is Romayroh. I've been running Faceless YouTube channels since 2018. Since then, I've gotten hundreds of millions of views and I've generated over $2 million in just YouTube ad revenue. I'm also the first person to discover this and to publicly announce the new YouTube algorithm update. And I announced this 6 months ago. Keep in mind, YouTube publicly said it a few days ago. But Google is now heavily leaning towards YouTube videos as sources for these AI overviews. And this is Google's objective, right? They want to make YouTube the go-to source for everything on the internet.
We're also bringing this conversational AI to 2 more products. First, Ask YouTube. People come to YouTube every day to ask a lot of questions.
And together, they created something called C2PA. And the purpose of this stamp is that it tells platforms what edits have been made to your video. For example, hey, this video was created with a Sony camera. And hey, this video contains images created with MidJourney.
We are now going a step further and adding content credentials verification across products. This will show you if the origin of the content was AI or a camera, and if it's been edited with generative AI tools.
Because in my opinion, what Google is trying to do is that they're trying to go from a search engine to an answer engine, and they're using Gemini to do that.
Bringing AI overviews and AI mode into one seamless AI search experience. So you can flow effortlessly from your question to your response on the main search results page.
So what's this AI detector that YouTube is using? Well, I mentioned it a few months ago in one of my YouTube videos. It's called SynthID. And what SynthID is a watermark. A watermark that is so small that it's invisible to the human eye.
3 years ago, we launched SynthID, our watermark that is invisible to the naked eye.
So since ElevenLabs, for example, that doesn't have SynthID, it's not a Google product, SynthID, they're gonna be selling it. All of the new companies that are coming in the future, if they wanna make media with AI, they're gonna have to have SynthID.
And today I'm thrilled to announce that OpenAI, Kakao, and ElevenLabs are adopting SynthID too.
SynthID is gonna become, I don't know if this is the correct phrase, but legally binding. The quote unquote correct way. Meaning that from here, YouTube can demonetize channels that create AI generated content but don't use Google products. Because again, SynthID is only going to be for Google products.
Great to see the cross-industry collaboration. We are looking forward to expanding to more partners and setting the standard of transparency for the AI era.
And no, I am not a Google employee. I do not work for YouTube. I just do this shit for a living. Anyways, here are the 4 things you have to do going forward. Fix number 1. You have to start marking your videos as altered content. Now, let me explain this. If you're like me and you use ElevenLabs to voice commentate your videos, now you have to tell YouTube. And that's because on May 19th, Google confirmed that ElevenLabs was now going to start embedding SynthID to every audio generated. Now, for those of you that don't know, SynthID is Google's invisible watermark. Not only does it work for AI generated images, but now it works for audio files. Meaning that every audio file you create with ElevenLabs now carries a SynthID watermark. And no, you cannot fool YouTube by changing the pitch of the voiceover, okay? They're gonna know. The watermark cannot be removed. And if you fail to disclose that your voice is AI generated, your YouTube channel will be demonetized. If you're not monetized and you never disclose that you use an AI voice, when the time comes for you to appeal to the YouTube Partner Program, they're going to deny your ass. So very quickly, I'm going to show you the correct way to tell YouTube that you're using an AI voice. So when the video is being posted, you want to scroll down until you see this section called altered content. It says, do any of the following describe your content? Makes a real person appear to say or do something that they didn't say or do, alters footage of a real event, or generates a realistic looking scene that didn't actually occur. Now I know that none of those really apply to our channel, but we're going to click yes because the voiceover is done with ElevenLabs. After you do that, you can start posting the video as normal and just do everything like you normally do. Now, there is an exception for this. If you cloned your voice using ElevenLabs, you don't have to disclose it to YouTube. From my understanding, you do not have to disclose that. Stock voices or third-party clones, you have to disclose those. Anyways, moving on to number 2. Write your video scripts for the AI overviews. Now, a few days ago, YouTube launched their conversational search, powered by Gemini Omni. And how this works is that when you type your question on Google or YouTube, you're gonna get an answer generated by AI. And usually these AI overviews uses YouTube videos as a source. So this kind of means tags are useless. It seems like we're now in the days where technology has advanced so much that SEO and traditional SEO is no longer the new way to do it, which is crazy. Because the new algorithm now favors 2 things: topical authority and citation-friendly structure. Adding these things is going to be the fastest way to get your video show to millions of people. So to do this, you need to answer at least one question related to your topic within the first 30 seconds of your video. For example, if the topic of your video is why did this company go broke, your video script needs to give the actual answer within the first 60 seconds. And that's because these new YouTube AI overviews prioritize and read the early stages of your script. Now, another thing you want to do for this is to add specific names, dates, and places. For example, instead of saying a lot of people lost money, you want to say 47,000 employees lost their jobs in Q3 of 2026. It's a huge difference, right? Now, it might sound weird in your video, but to the AI overview and the new algorithm, that's the type of shit they want to hear. Because whenever you give specifics to Google or to YouTube, they're going to reward you because you made their job easier and you gave them actually something to cite to people, which is exactly what they want. It's like I told you a few months ago. Google and YouTube are trying to become answer engines instead of search engines. Moving on to number 3. And that is building authority. The next thing that YouTube added is something called likeness detection. So essentially, if you're over the age of 18 and you upload a picture of your ID with a little selfie scan of your face to YouTube, that's going to allow them to hunt down unauthorized use of your face with AI and your voice. Now, for complete beginners, that doesn't sound that bad. Personally, I think this is good, but Google just told us how important a verified identity is, aka authority. And the most effective way to become an authority in any platform is to have off-platform presence. Just think about it. For faceless YouTube channels like the ones I have, there is no personality behind it. So technically, it would be considered a content farm. But verified entities are considered media brands. Now, the best way to not look like a content farm in the eyes of YouTube is to create multiple social medias with the same name as your YouTube channel. Now, because I'm the absolute GOAT, I'm gonna tell you the 3 social medias that you 100% need to create today. But before I do that, I wanna remind you that everything you're learning right now, I have been teaching it to members of my community for the last 6 months. And that's because since I've been doing YouTube since 2018, and I have bills, I've always needed to keep up with the algorithm. Now, I don't just do research on YouTube, okay? I also do it on Google. And what I noticed is that we're in the beginning of the biggest algorithm update that not only Google, but YouTube has ever seen. And that's because of AI. Now, in the past, it was a little bit complicated for a beginner to, hop into a niche that's already dominated by multiple other YouTubers and succeed. But Google has released so many papers, so many new things that when I applied to multiple YouTube channels, it worked as proof of concept multiple times. Now, what I'm covering in this video, it is important shit. It's things that you need from here on to the future. But there are some things that I cannot cover on YouTube publicly. And that's because the information is so valuable. It is so new, and I'm gonna be completely fucking honest here, that I don't want other YouTube coaches to take credit for it. Because that's what they've been doing. For example, if I go on Gemini and I ask, who is the first YouTube growth expert that introduced net information gain on YouTube? Gemini is going to tell you that John Scott was the first one. Which, by the way, John Scott is a pretty cool dude, alright? So I don't mind that he's number 1. Now, John Scott first spoke about net information gain on February 24. If I tell Gemini, was it not Romayroh, it's gonna say, yes, You are completely right. Romayroh spoke about it in February of 2026, February 3rd. Credit where credit is due, Romayroh was the one who did the actual heavy lifting and research on those patents to introduce the concept to creators, which ended up being right, by the way. In February, if you asked Gemini about net information gain, it would say that it has nothing to do with the YouTube algorithm. Now it admits it, but it doesn't credit me. So that wasn't very cool. If you want to learn the real deep shit, the real advanced things that I found in my research, you can click the link in my description or in the pinned comment. That's going to take you to my school community. There is where you're going to find multiple video tutorials where I explain to you exactly how this all works. Number 1 is Pinterest. For some odd reason, Google and YouTube see Pinterest as a search engine for images. So reposting your thumbnails on Pinterest with the link of whatever YouTube video that thumbnail was for will naturally rank them in Google Images, giving them more external impressions, which lead to more views. Now moving on to the second social media, that is Medium. So go ahead and screenshot the prompt you see on the screen, then go to ChatGPT or Claude, paste it on there with the transcript of your video, and click enter. Once you do that, what it should do is give you back a professional SEO-rich article, which you're going to post on Medium with the link of your YouTube video embedded. So what this does is that it makes your content appear under Google's article and news section. This obviously creates a completely new pathway for people to find your content. But what it also does is that it makes your YouTube channel and your brand more noticeable to Google search and to YouTube's AI overview bot. Which again, within time, this is going to send a signal to Google and YouTube that your YouTube channel is not just a faceless YouTube channel, okay? It is a brand with real presence across the web. So yes, you can have faceless YouTube channels, just don't have anonymous ones, if that makes sense. Same means the same shit. That sounded cooler in my head. God damn it, just make your channel a brand. That's what I'm saying. And speaking of, number 3, the third social media you want, it's going to be Facebook, Instagram, and X. I put these together as one because it's pretty obvious, right? These are non-negotiables. So once you create all of these things, you want to make sure that in the bio of your Medium account, of your Pinterest, of your Facebook, of your Instagram, you need to make sure that you have the link of your YouTube channel in the bio of each one. And you also want to do the same thing on YouTube. If you don't have them connected and both linking to each other, it is useless. So to do this, you want to go to youtube.com. Then you want to click on your profile picture on the top right. Then you want to click on View Your Channel. Once you do that, you're going to click on Customize Channel here at the bottom of your ad. That's going to take you here. From here, you're going to scroll down until you see links. This is where you're going to add everything. So you're going to click Add Link. You're going to enter a title like Pinterest. You're going to drop the URL here. Once you do that, you're going to click Add Link again. Then you're going to do Facebook. Then you're going to click Add Link again. Then you're going to do your Instagram. And you're going to do this for every single social media you create. And boom, you're done. Now moving on to number 4, and that is sell something. Now this is part of my more advanced research that I don't plan on sharing on YouTube yet. Again, that's only going to be for my community, but I'm going to give you the basics. It doesn't matter if you actually sell anything. You're not doing it for the revenue, but make sure that you have a store linked to your YouTube channel. If you don't know how to create one of these stores, go ahead and ask Claude. Again, this is not for monetary purposes. Your goal here is not affiliates or dropshipping, but just add one. By the way, people pay $50,000 a year hiring consultants to just teach you what I just taught you. So I'd appreciate if you liked and subscribed to the channel. Which, by the way, members of my community have already been doing this for the last 3 months. And that's because, yes, I told them that this was going to happen. Now, if you're someone that wants to take YouTube serious, you can go ahead and click the link in the description of this video or in the pinned comment, and that's going to take you to my school community. And what you get when you join my school community is 156 video tutorials where I take you step by step on how I managed to build a $2 million empire on YouTube. In the tutorial vault, you're going to find all kinds of advanced tutorials, things that you will not find on YouTube for free. For example, the best way to optimize emails, creating channel trailers in order to boost trust score, channel settings to avoid demonetization for inauthentic content, correctly creating your YouTube channel into a brand account, the entire process of warming up brand new YouTube channels, and 10 videos dedicated to helping you pick a niche. Same thing with finding video ideas. Same thing with writing scripts manually or with AI. Same thing with creating audios and voiceovers with AI and manually. How to edit videos, how to create thumbnails, the best way to optimize and upload your videos, full explanation of how the algorithm works, and a few case studies. But that's not it, because there's also a module titled the 2026 updates, and this is where you're going to find all of the updates that I post every single month in the community. Not only that, but you also get a list of daily niches, where every single day you get to see very interesting YouTube channels that we found for you. But the best part is that I go live every single week. This is where I speak with you guys directly, answer any questions, review channels, all that good stuff. If you join now, you'll still be able to see all of the live calls because they're recorded in this little module here. And just to show you some of the wins of the community, Arturo Chavez posted this here, showing that he got monetized with only 30 videos. Koa Tran here posted this as small win, 144,000 views with $584 in ad revenue generated with his 5th YouTube channel and only 5 videos. Oh look, and he attached this screenshot here to prove it, which is pretty crazy. We have members like Maho here that made 15,000 in a single month with 2 YouTube channels, then attached these screenshots for you to see. Abdullah Sarumi posted this, monetized in 2 weeks. Wow, one single video got 1.1 million views. That is crazy. Riley here almost made $30,000 in his first month ever monetized. He shared this screenshot here just to prove it. Ham Ali here made $122,000 in just 5 months. Shared this screenshot, 21 million views, 78,000 subscribers, and $122,763. Again, if you want to check it out, you can go ahead and click the link in the description of this video or in the pinned comment. And if you do, I'll see you on one of the live calls. Alright, that's it for this video. It's currently 5 a.m. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. If you want to get a little bit more advanced, you know what to do. Y'all have a good night, good morning, all that.